Okay, today we'll go with JSTL. Okay, the full form of JSTL is JSP Standard Tag Library. Full form. Okay, JSP Standard Tag Library. So this is one more element what you can use in the JSP now. Okay, this is one more thing what you can use in the JSP. See, basic elements of the JSP means when you are developing a JSP, okay, there are 5 things you can use. Scripting elements, directives, standard actions, expression language, JSTL. This is the last one now. Clear? So JSTL, see this, J is for what? J stands for JSP, Standard Tag Library. So means again if you see the full form, Java Server Page Standard Tag Library. It's the full form of JSTL actually. Clear? So yes, as you know now, okay, this is used for what? This is used for writing Java code. Scripting elements are used for what? Writing Java code. And all these 4 are used for what? Avoid writing Java code. This we are clear. Avoid writing Java code. So we saw how directives helps you to avoid writing Java code. Standard actions help you to avoid writing Java code. EL also helps you to avoid writing Java code. So now we'll see how JSP also helps you to avoid writing Java code. We'll see. Excellent feature, brilliant feature. So we'll be seeing JSTL now. What is JSTL? So straight away we'll move there. It's one of the most beautiful document. But you are getting pretty lucky. This one document is sufficient for clearing any interview. This and so later. Clear? Okay. So yeah, let me give you some introduction to you. See what happened, those 4 things were given to you. 3 we have covered, 4th one we are covering now. 3 in the sense, which one? Avoid writing Java code. Directives, standard actions, and EL we have covered for avoid writing Java code. That's okay now. See, sometimes there are cases where you won't write Java logic. Okay, there are cases where you won't write Java logic, where in your JSP now. Supposingly the request comes now. Supposingly the request comes to a JSP and you will have to write some logic here. This is your JSP, hello.jsp, and you'll have to write some Java logic. If you want to write Java logic, what is the option? I want to write Java logic. One is scriptlet. Okay, other option is what? If you want to avoid writing Java code in the JSP, you have to use custom tags. If you want to really, means I want to write some logic now, business logic or something like that. Understood? If at all I want to write a logic, okay, in the JSP, one option is I have to use scripting elements. Scripting elements, all the scripting elements you can use. Scriptlets, declarations, expressions, all you can use and write your code now. But if you want to avoid writing Java code, only option is what? You have to write a custom tag. Means what you'll do, you'll use your tag here. Which tag you'll write? Instead of writing the Java code here, what will you do? You'll use one tag now, h:fun, some tag, your custom tag you'll write. And for this class, for this tag you'll write on class now. Like example would be fun tag handler class. Class fun tag handler implements what? Iteration tag or whatever, body tag, anything you can write. So this is how you write a custom tag. Implements, I'll write JSP tag. Any tag you can implement. You know the hierarchy. So if you use this tag, automatically the code inside this class gets executed. Correct now? This is what is custom tag. If you use this tag, automatically the code in this class gets executed. Brilliant. So all you have to do is what? Write this class and you'll have to use the tag. For that you'll do some mapping. What you'll do? On the top, %@ of taglib directive you'll use. Taglib URI is equal to, wherever the TLD file is there, prefix is equal to these 2 attributes you'll use. URI and prefix you'll use. Prefix is equal to whatever you want to give. That's your wish. Here it is H. If you do this much, fine. It will be mapped now. For this tag, that class will definitely get executed. So this is how you can avoid writing it. Okay. And the advantage of writing custom tag is what? The same Java code can be used in multiple JSPs. Yes. That is the main advantage. Second advantage is what? Maintenance of your JSP becomes easier. Any logic you want to change, you will not change the JSP. Where you will change? Class you will change. Understood? Maintenance is easy. Then one best part is your JSP is becoming scriptless. You are not writing Java code. So there are plenty of advantages. So this is one of the feature what developer has been provided for avoid writing Java code, and custom tag is one of the best feature what we can get. Okay, so developer has got this feature and we like this. But all this is okay now. But we developers are very weak in writing what? Logic like this. Yes or no? We don't like to write what? Classes. Okay, means we want ready-made solutions for this also now. That is what is JSTL. We don't write any tags now. Already many tags are there for you to support. Already they are there present. So we'll go on learning some more tags now, nothing else. Tag, attribute value if you learn. Whatever. See, there are some common logic which are required when you are developing a JSP. Okay, instead of writing that common logic, okay, see you have a requirement and you'll be developing your web application. But many requirement will be very common, like iterating here, okay, or writing some conditions. I'll show you. There are many things which should be common when you are developing a JSP in any application. Let it be a banking application, insurance application, whatever it is. Domain is irrespective. But there are many common logics you go on writing what? In all the JSPs. So instead of writing custom tags for all the projects and in everywhere, it's waste of time now. Instead what we can do? We can use built-in solutions, and we have got it now. So JSTL is one of the built-in solution, or simple words, library for presentation layer. It's nothing but on library, a rich library which helps you in what? Doing presentation. Very rich library. So you can see wherever you are having problems, okay, Java comes and starts giving you what? Solutions in the form of libraries. So just we'll use tag. That's it. Automatically your code will go on getting executed. So remember, if you want to do presentation, library. If you want to do persistence, library. Okay, for everything you'll understand there is library in Java. So first we have to develop, means initially what we do is the way I take approach. Okay, like what I do is first I'll ask you to do it. Means this is what has been done from ages. Ages means from long back. Problem is that developer only goes on getting all the solutions by himself. Later on what will happen? Solution will be given to you by Sun. So that is the idea I'm giving to you. I'm teaching you in this particular way only. Problem. Then next is what? Developer solution. After developer solution what will happen? Proprietary solution will come. Means many vendors will give their own tag. Same functionality. But one vendor will give what? One tag. Now why do you want to learn so many tags? For the same functionality. Confusing. Means for one server you have to learn one set of tag. Tomorrow you want to use deploy your application in another server, it will not run. Why? Now you have to use the tag supported by other server. So that is the problem with proprietary solutions. So remember this root now. Problem. First solution will be given by whom now? Developer. You should remember this. First solution will be tried by the developer. After that it will become a proprietary solution. Like here also so many proprietary tags came. Okay. Then Sun will step in and sets a specification. Okay, here also what now? Proprietary solution, then finally Sun specification. This is how it happens. So this is also in the specification now, what we are learning. So now the beauty of this is, if you learn this tag now, it is standard. And you can use it in what? Any server. That's the most brilliant part of it. And one more thing is, advantage is what? All developers are learning common things. So tomorrow if you want to debug, maintain, easy only. Okay, if you write custom tag, what is the problem? Your tag only you will be knowing. You will quit the company and go. Now I will join newly. To use your tag I have to study it. So always, whether it is our custom tag or third party tags, proprietary tags, there are problems. Always we depend on what? Specification only. If I write also custom tag, problem. Because if you come to the company newly, you have to learn it. Learning it is again one big headache. Okay, again and again in every company, why do you want to learn? That is one problem. What is the problem with the proprietary solution? For one server you have to learn one new thing, one new tag. Same functionality but new things you have to learn. That is also a problem. So finally we need specification, and that specification will be set by Sun. Standard we need. That's all. So that worldwide all will follow one standard now. That's all about this simple introduction now. So if you learn it, it is going to be damn easy for you now. So developing your web application becomes easier if you know all these things now. That's all. So one option is you put effort in learning all these things for 1 or 2 days and enjoy coding throughout your life. Or the other option, you know what? Don't learn and keep on struggling throughout your life. So option is 1 or 2 days struggle or throughout your life struggle. So again, this is very simple. Learn it now. You only understand and how easy it is. Means the development of your application. How easy it is going to be. You'll only understand now. Yeah. So this is a simple introduction to what is JSTL, why they are provided, and all that. Yeah. So first we'll get the output, and I'll start showing you all this. Okay. And don't think custom tag is not going to be used only. That is one more thing. Finally, I want to clarify. Some rare scenarios where the built-in libraries are not sufficient. Okay, still you have an option of writing what? Custom tag. By chance, if it is not there in the library only and you are having some extra requirement, yes, still you can avoid writing Java code in the JSP. Okay, by using custom tags. That you do. Okay, so all this support is there. Now you decide when you are developing an application which one you want to use. That is experience now. Means when a requirement is given for a project, okay, means they should give the requirement. See, this project has to do this, some big requirement they'll give. Okay, depending on the domain, banking domain, insurance domain and all that. Once all the requirement is given, that time you'll clearly start understanding, okay, I'll use this support for this support for this. So these are the features which have been provided for the developer and it is standard. So if you go on seeing now, Sun has given you every solution. Hardly developer has to have what? Patience here. Just understand the things, start using. You don't have to write anything. You just have to concentrate on what? Business logic. All technologies are telling loud and clear. We have completed 3 technologies. JDBC, Solid, JSP is also getting completed. All the 3 are telling what? Focus on your business logic. Rest all support for developing application we will provide. Just concentrate on business logic. Again, more advanced technologies will come. Let them be anything, Struts, Hibernate or JSF, EJB, web service, anything. They are also telling you what? Some problem will be there when developing an application. Requirements will be there. To satisfy that, again, we can't develop everything. So, it will be given to you by which one? Sun. Okay, it's on one more technology, specification B. So, all the technologies are telling you to, very loud and clear to what? Concentrate on business logic. That's it. Clear? So start seeing this now. Just one simple idea I gave you. What are application developments? JSTL, the 5th one we are going to see now. Okay, full form of JSTL stands as JSP Standard Tag Library. That's the full form. JSTL is used to avoid Java coding in JSP. Basic. First basic, keep that in mind. Once that is clear, now other things will become easy now. Clear? The Java server pages standard tag library encapsulates core functionality common to many JSP applications. So many common things will be required in many applications. So that is what they have already coded and given it to you. Okay. Now see this. JSTL has see, these JSTL tags are broadly classified into 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Broadly they are classified into 5 types. Core tags, formatting tags, SQL tags, XML, XSL tags, function tags. 5 types. Okay. In core tags you have got some tags. Again, in formatting tags you have got some plenty of tags. Again, here also you got some plenty of tags. Like this, you got plenty of tags. Okay. So see this. JSTL has core tags for iterators. So why is the core tag being provided to you? For iteration purpose, conditional checks, if else and all, if you want to write. For that purpose, core tag has been provided for you. Okay. Formatting tags. Next one. Formatting tags for supporting internationalization. Means this one has been provided for what? Internationalization. Okay, formatting means in one country you want to display the date, time in one way. So for that particular support, they'll be giving you this formatting tags. Then this SQL tags. In fact, supposingly, okay, a request is coming to the JSP and your JSP has to interact with the database. You went on writing Java code now. You know, if at all, see, requirement is very simple. The user is going to give some values, name, password, something like this. Okay, if he gives a value and you want to dump the values into database, who is going to accept the request? JSP, and it has to dump these values into database. Okay, you don't write any Java code now. You use what? That core tags. Automatically SQL core tags. Sorry, you use the JSTL SQL tags. Some tag value you give, automatically dump it into database. You don't have to write the Java code only. Clear? That brilliant solutions they are given. Okay. So then, but okay, yeah. That's about the SQL tag. Then you got two more tags. One is XML XSL tags, and one more is function tags. Okay. So this XML tags is used to work with XML. Okay, you leave that. Time being you are not understood. You still don't know what is properly XML. Sometimes means I'll just give you a brief idea. Sometimes data from some other location. Okay, you'll fetch it through XML like this. Just I'm giving you an idea. Student data you'll be getting in the form of XML like this. SID, name, phone, then SID 101, close SID, name AAA, close. So sometimes you'll have data like this. Okay, again this is one student. You can have a big file, students. Again one more student. Again what? SID, name, phone, like this data will be stored in XML file. Again close the students. So the main tag is which one? Students. Inside that you are having one student, another student. Okay, this student supposedly 102, SID is BBB, sorry, SID 102, name BBB, phone is 222. Close all the tags. Now if you want to display these kind of things and all, it's going to be very difficult. So that is the reason they have given you what? XML XSL tags. Means you have to read from that XML file now. Yes or no? See, students is the root tag. In this student is one tag, one more tag is the student. Okay. So if you want to display from all this, it's going to be very difficult. You have to write the code to parse the file, collect the values. Which values are? 101 AAA, and display it to the user. So for doing all this kind of coding, okay, it's going to be pretty difficult. So what does Sun provide you? Tags. Okay, that tags for this, what tags you'll use? XML XSL tags. Okay, so just get this basic idea, and when you go on coding applications in a bigger way, all this you'll start understanding now. Yeah, but support is there. Remember, for all your problems, support is there for you. You don't have to worry. Then some function tags are there. Understood? Some function tags are there. So these are the means based on their functionality, they have classified into 5 types of tags. Which one? Core tags, formatting tags, SQL tags, XML XSL tags, function tags. Like you'll understand when you see them, but some basic functionality, normal logics, equals, ignore case, such kind of functions are all present in function tag, JSTL function tags. Yeah. So that's what I have written here. Tags for accessing database using SQL, tags for manipulating XML documents. Okay. Tags for commonly used functions. So based on the functionality, they have done like this. So if you want to use these tags in your JSP now, okay. Now if you want to use core tag in your JSP, what you should do, you know? You have to use this prefix only. Sorry, this URI. You have to use this URI in the JSP. What is the URI? http://java.sun.com JSP/JSTL/core. Prefix is equal to C. C you can tell. Now for if you want to use formatting tags in your JSP, what you have to use? This URI you have to use. Understood? So which tag you want to use, based on that you have to use the URI. For SQL tags you have to use this. Everything remains, only the last part will change. Either core, FMT, SQL, XML, functions. And this prefix you can use here as C. Means core tag when you are using C:, prefix will be that. Understood? Formatting tags, when you are using, prefix will be FMT. Again, when you are using SQL tags, prefix will be SQL. Why they have done this is we follow on standard. Because when you see a tag in the JSP, you should know what is the functionality of the tag now. Supposingly I have a tag like this, H colon. What it is going to do, how do you understand? But if you follow some kind of standards like this, C means core tag, SQL means SQL tag, it will be easy for us. So that's why we follow all this as standards. Yeah. So this is so you have to do this. So now fine, you got the introduction of this, and yeah, see, if at all you want to use the JSTL tag, yes, one is you have to use the URI, I told you, okay, and that URI is this. If I want to use the core tag, you have to give this. If you are interested, you can use the same prefix C, or if you want, you can give your own prefix also. That is optional. Okay, that I'll be showing you now. Okay, either you use C or you can give your own value also. I'll show you with an example, you'll understand something I've written. Fine. And you have to add 2 jar files. 2 more jar files are required today. Which are the 2 jar files? So if you want to use JSTL now, 2 settings you have to do. In your JSP, add this taglib directive with this URI. Understood? And next thing what you have to do is add 2 jars into the lib of your project. Which are they? JSTL.jar and standard.jar. Means why we have to add these 2 jars means understand. We are using a tag now. The class for that is there in this jar file. That's all. Tag handler class. Yes or no? When you know how the custom tag works. For a tag you should have a class now. Only then it will execute. That's all. So these are the jars which contain the classes for those tags. That's it. For all those 5 type of tags, the classes are stored here. Fine. That's it. So these only 2 steps you have to do now. Clear? See now among these 5 tags, I will only be covering core tags. Why? Because these are the extensively used tags. Most important. So once if I give you the idea of what is core tags, this will be easy for you. Clear? So you don't have to worry, and with experience you will only learn it. So I will be only focusing on which tag now? Core tags. Because they are used extensively. Rest all you will learn it with experience. Yeah, I leave it to you. Yeah, but I'll give you the idea of how to learn them, how to use them and all that. Clear? See this. Fine. Now following are the list of JSTL core tags. See how many tags are there? Core tags. Around 14 tags are there, or some might be there more, but I'm concentrating on the most important tags. Which are there? C colon set, C colon remove, C colon out. Okay, these are the tags. So prefix is what? C. And this is the suffix. You know na? JSP is set property, JSP is prefix, set property is suffix. Same way. C colon set, C colon remove. Out, if, choose, when, otherwise, for each, for tokens, import, redirect, param, URL, catch. So first I'll show you how to use 3 tags in one go. I'll be covering 3 tags in one example only. Clear? Yes, see this. Set, remove and out. Okay, just a second, I'll show you with an example itself. See again for this, so many examples I have to give. So what I am doing is, in Ravi Kumar folder, C drive Ravi Kumar folder, I'll create one more folder called as JSP TL examples. JSP TL examples. Means JSTL only you could have written, but I named it as JSP TL examples. So this will become the workspace. All my examples are here only. I've got all the examples now. So this will be my workspace. So you create it first. Okay. So then you open Eclipse and start coding in that workspace. Clear? So here all my examples are ready. I'll just show you the output. Okay. You understand now. You know na? A new dynamic project. Okay, all that remains same. Okay, so after creating a new project, what will you do? Next, you have to add jar files. Remember, how many jars? 4 jars now. 1 JSP API servlet, that you know. So JSTL and standard.jar. And where are these jars now? You wrote down the location. Tell me now. C drive, Apache Tomcat. They are not in lib. Web apps. That's why I have highlighted in the document. It's not there in this lib. Understood? It is present where? See, I'm coming back again. Apache Tomcat, web apps, Examples, webinf lib. Here you'll find it. So carefully understand the location, and I've written it in the document for you. They are present in Apache Tomcat, web apps, example, webinf, lib folder. Clearly I've put in the document. Clear? So these two jars, what you do? You paste it into what? My jars, Servlet and JSP jars. Paste it here. Okay. I'll copy it from there 1 second. Because you'll need it for what? All the projects now. So whenever you want it, why do you want to visit that location again and again? Better paste it here. Where? In your jar folders, my jars. Clear? In my jars I copied and pasted. So whenever you want it, go on adding it for all the projects. Simple. So like this, see, when you create a new web application, in your web application no library will be there. So which library you want, slowly start adding one by one the jar files. You want Servlet technology, add the jar. You want JSP technology, add the jar. You want EL support, add the jar. Okay, you want JSTL support, add the jar. It's plain. When you create a new web application, hardly there will be anything in your application. So what you want, you should go on adding now into the lib. Lib is what? This lib is on folder of your project. So whatever libraries you want to use now, go on adding. Otherwise you should write the code now. Better is you add the libraries. Simple. So means it's simple now. You create a new project, and after that you'll add this 4 jars. Rest all coding is same now. There's hardly any difference. Yeah. So my web.xml remains same, and for all the projects I've kept what? readme.txt, because there are many JSPs will be seeing, you'll get confused which is the first page you have to execute. So that's why I say readme.txt I have told this will be your URL, first page URL. From there you will navigate. Clear? So anyway, for all the projects I've done that only. Fine. With this much of setting now, we'll continue coding. So here my requirement is simple. See, understand my requirement first. This is my HTML file. Only a simple value is coming. What? Name is coming. What is coming now? Name. Okay. When the user clicks enter, see, this is the page, first page. Enter name you will tell. Enter name and you will ask the user to submit. So my requirement clearly understand first. So once the request comes, you should, I'll accept the request in a JSP. I'll accept it in a JSP. Which JSP? Hello.jsp. Look at the URL. Hello.jsp. So it will be accepted. Now my requirement is very simple. First understand. Supposingly this is NME. The name of this box is NME. My requirement clearly understand. Collect the value, incoming value, put it into the session object, session scope. That's it. Put the value into session object and get the value from the session object and display. You understood my requirement? Collect the value from the request. Collect from request object. You have to say request.get parameter now. Yes or no? Store in session object or sessions object. Yeah. Third, get from session object and display again. And finally, when you are giving the response, remove the value in session object. You have to remove it also. Whatever value you have stored, you should remove it. Tell me the logic for this. You don't know tags now. So you write Java code for this. Yes or no? Will directly help you here? Directly will not help you. Will which one, standard actions help you here? No. And will EL help you here? No. So last option is you can write a custom tag. But don't write. Ready-made logic is there. Okay. But first let me show you the Java coding. Okay. How is the Java code you'll write? If at all you write it in JSP. If at all you write this code in JSP now, how do you write it? Request dot get parameter. Okay. This will be, I'll write it here. HTML body, BG color, whatever you want to give, string S is equal to request dot string S is equal to request dot get parameter of NME, correct? Then what? Session dot set attribute str comma any name you give. Yes, so we'll set it. After that, if you want to display, percentage equal to session dot get attribute of str. You'll display it, but I should get it from the session object. Lastly, I have to remove it. Again, I have to write scriptlet. Yes, session dot remove attribute. See how much of Java coding you are writing. So you're having problems now. Sun says, don't worry, we'll give the solution. How? That is what you're going to see now. 3 tags will cover. That's it. 3 tags use, all these things will happen now. Set tag, out tag, remove tag. C colon set will set the value into session scope. C colon out will print it. C colon remove will remove it. Concept you understand. Okay. Output will be very simple. Are you clear? So that's why always I give requirement and teach. Clear this? Understood the requirement now? And this is a Java code. Shall I clear this now? So and now see, for all these examples I am not writing Java file here. Means JSP with Java code. Directly I will be explaining concept and showing you the tags. Clear? One I showed you, just I gave you an idea. So instead of doing all that, let's start seeing now. So you know the URL will go to hello.jsp now. If it is hello.jsp, now I'll open hello.jsp. Clear? See this is your JSP. That's it. Body BG color is equal to orange, whatever. Cluster, you see, first see the tag lib URI. URI is what? Core. I have to use it, and I added the jar. Both are done now. If you want to use JSTL, 2 things you have to do. One is you have to use the URI. Other thing is you have to add the jars. I've added both jars, and I've added the URI. Totally you have to add 4. Servlet, JSP, JSTL, standard. 2 extra are coming. Okay, and along with that URI you write. Prefix is equal to cluster also you can give, your wish. That is an advantage here. Any prefix if you want you give. Or option is standard you can follow. Which one? C. Either use your company name as a prefix. Means that it's something like a prestige now. Like company only developed the tag. Something like that. Okay. One option is you can go with your company name or whatever name you want. Other option is if you are not using those names, your company name and all that, better go for standards only. C only use, don't use anything else. Even if you use A, B, it will work. But C is a standard for using core tags. Next example I'll show you. Yeah, that's all. Next see this, cluster colon set. Understood? Cluster colon set. Set is the tag, cluster is the prefix. Okay. So now see, if you use this tag, automatically what will happen? Prefix, URI, there is a class. I'll extract those jar files and show you later. Okay, there are classes in standard.jar and JSTL.jar. They will execute. And what code you were supposed to write, they have written it in the tag handler class. If you want, I'll show it to you. Clear? Extract it and I'll show it to you. But that is the flow. So now see, custom tags, writing custom tags very rarely you do. Okay. But why knowledge of custom tag is required is to understand the flow when you start using built-in tags. Okay, that is the reason custom tag flow is very, very important. Okay, so you start using a developer developer should have idea of how to use ready-made tags. So that's the reason flow of custom tags is very important. Yeah. So prefix, URI, and directly it will execute. I show you those jar files. So that output you forget it now. How it will execute internally and all, we'll see it. But look at, let's come to the tag now. Let's start studying now. So hardly what is there in the tag now? Tag attribute values. Same. See this cluster colon set. Where is an attribute of set tag. So any variable name you want to give. I gave no str session dot set attribute str, that name. Understood? Value is equal to what now? Param dot NME. I'm started using EL now. Understood? So this is how the values will come dynamically. So instead of writing request dot get parameter and all that, just start using what? Param dot NME over. So that's how you will give the value of this to param. Param is one more attribute. Sorry. Value is one more attribute. Where is one attribute, value is one attribute, scope is one more attribute. So in which scope you want to put? Session. That's it, over. This is equivalent to what you know? Request dot get parameter of NME, session dot set attribute. Everything is over in this. What brilliant, no? So concept you should know. Using tag is simple now. Clear? Okay. And if you don't write scope is equal to session, default value is page. Default value of scope attribute is page. All attributes have default value, remember. All attributes have default value, remember, and the default value of scope is page. Okay, that is okay, it is done now. If you want, you can display now value is equal to dollar of str. Which one? EL. How it will work? First page scope, not found, request scope, not found, session. It will display. But you are not writing Java code now. That is one way to display. Or you can also use JSTL tag also. Cluster colon out. Value is one more attribute of out tag. Value is one more attribute of out tag, and this is the value I am giving to value attribute. What value I am giving to value attribute? Dollar of str. So it will be evaluated. The value in str will be retrieved and given to the value attribute, and it will do the output. Clear? And lastly, if you want to remove cluster colon, remove. Which one you want to remove? str. Fine. In which scope you want to remove? Session. Over. As simple. We'll see the output now. Understood? So whatever value you give now will be collected, put into the session object. It will retrieve from the session object, do the output, and it will remove the value also. That's it. So basically you follow concepts. Output will be very simple. Coding you will do. See, okay. See this output run as an unknown server. Oh, I should have deployed it first, and it will take time. Enter your name. I'll enter Ravi, R-A-V-I. It will display one using EL, one using JSTL. Both it will display. If you want very clear output, I will show it outside. That's it. See, same URL. Enter your name, Ravi. Submit. That's it. Done? Okay. So now if you want, you can see the explanation. Set tag is used to declare a variable with a name, okay, and initialize the variable with a value and store the variable in a given scope. Set tag. Remove tag is used to remove the specified variable from the specified scope. Out tag is used for providing output of the variable. So 3 tags in one example only I have covered. Done? Yes. Now we'll go with the if tag. If tag is used to perform what? Conditional checks. Understood? My requirement simple. A value will be given. See, you will ask the user to give a number. Enter number. Okay, and he'll submit. Once he submit this, he'll enter any number. Okay, so but you have to write the code now in the JSP using JSP, hello.jsp you have to write. Means if he enters 10, you have to tell even number. If he enters 9, you have to tell odd number. That's it. Odd or even you have to tell. More than that, nothing else. So for this you have to write Java code now. What code you have to write? Request.get parameter. Convert that into string to int. Request.get parameter return type is string. Convert that string to int, integer.parseInt. Then you have to write the logic. If that is divided by means you will use the modulus operator. Modulus of 2 equal to 0, even, otherwise it is odd, like that. You have to write Java code. All that will be over in what? If tag. So we'll see this output. That's it. So, but basically my idea is what? Showing you how to use if tag. If you want to write any conditional things and all, you'll do it. So for this also what you will do? A new project. Which one? Web project. After doing the web project, what you have to do? Add 4 jars. For all projects you have to add 4 jars. Remember that. Clear? And in the JSP you have to use what? URI. Okay, that much if you do, you will get the output, nothing else. See this now, HTML code. What is HTML code? hello.jsp. It will go, fine, input type is equal to text, name is equal to num. Then next input type is equal to submit, that's it. So he is giving a value, user will click this and give the value. It will come to which one now? JSP. See the JSP, I am using the URI, remember that first prefix is equal to C I am using. Any prefix you want you can use. So from now on I start using C only. Okay, if you are interested, if you are working in a company, you want to highlight your company name and all that, that time you can use cluster or something like that. Done? Both options they are given to you. But output you'll get now. See this. BG color set var is equal to a, value is equal to, I'm using which tag now? First I'll set that value into a variable called as a. Scope I didn't provide. It will be in which scope now? Page scope. Page scope. This a attribute will be put into page scope. Okay, it's an attribute now. Fine. Next, C colon if test is the attribute of if tag. If is the tag I'm using. Test is the attribute. I am using EL. So I can write like this also. Yes, a divided by modulus of 2 is equal to 0. So we have started using EL operators. Last class I gave very few examples on EL operators. Now full examples are here. Or like this. If it is equal to 0, it is even. Modulus of 2 equal to 0, even. Modulus of 2 not equal to 0, odd. That's it. You know how to write the logic. Or I told you, you can use EQ also. For equals I can use this or EQ also. For not equals I can use this one also or NE also. Both I am showing you. So now let's see how to get the output now. Clear? Very simple. So in test you will be writing your condition. What condition you want. Like you write no conditions if I is equal to 1, I is equal to something like that. Those conditions you will give in what? Test attribute. Simple. So run as enter a number. Okay, I'll take the URL outside, I'll show you. Enter.html. If I give a value of 12, enter even. 2 times it will print. Okay, why you know now? I'll show you. 5 odd. Why it is printing 2 times? Because you have written the code like that. One with these operators, one with these operators, EQ, NE and all. Okay? Simple. So I showed you how to use the operators. And again, remember, readme.txt is there for this project also. If you get confused which one to execute first, open readme.txt. I have written here. This is the URL. Clear? Fine. Means always copy this URL and you can execute now. Simple. Will not get confused only. Yeah? Fine. So that's about which tag now? If tag. And you can see the same I have written here. It is used to perform simple conditional checks. This is the syntax. C colon F. Test is the attribute. You have to give some condition. What's that? And any condition you can write here inside that. Done? Now choose when otherwise. It's equivalent to what you know. If, else if, else if, else if, else. That was only if. But sometimes you have to write logics for what? If, else if, else if, else if, else. Means some conditions you are checking. If all the conditions fail, you have to execute else. Well, same thing now. We'll see it now. So for doing that, see these are the tags. Choose, when, otherwise. 3 tags we'll use now. Means inside the choose, what you'll be telling is either this one or otherwise will execute. When you see an example, you'll understand. Okay. Either means either of one will be selected here. Either this one or otherwise. That's what you're telling. We'll see an example, you'll understand. This is the syntax. Now logic is simple now. See this. There is one user, means the first page, you'll ask the user to enter on color. Okay, if the color is red, blue, green, any of these 3 colors, red or blue or green, only 3 colors, you should tell your favorite color is so and so. Any other color he gives, unknown color you have to write. That's all the logic. See this first output you see. Deploy it. Okay, see he'll enter red. He'll tell your favorite color is red. Okay. Green also fine. Your favorite color is green. Blue also is fine. Favorite color is blue. 3 okay. Apart from that, any other color you give, he'll tell unknown color. Any color you want to give. I gave yellow. If you want to give anything else. White or something you give. Unknown color. Any color you give. Okay, let's see this. What is the logic now? For this you have to write Java code now. But see what I have done. Set is same. You have to set it into some variable like this. Okay. So what is this param.call? You know now? Call is the parameter. Okay, so I'll get that value of the parameter in param.call and I'll set it into an attribute called as color. Now see this, choose, when, test, condition I'm giving, color equals red, means in small case or red case. Your favorite color is red, because you might type in small case or upper case also, RED, chances. So that's why if it is this, red, else, green means if, else if, else if, else. Understood? If, else if that fails, else if this fails, else if, else. Means choose, see the tag now. Any one among this will be chosen. Either this or last one. That's the tag. So it's equivalent to what now? If, else if, else if, else. Done now? So what is support you are getting? Are you noticing? Excellent support is there for you people. So they know that developers find it very difficult because you have to concentrate on 2 things. One is the business logic, one is this kind of requirement. So they tell this kind of support for programming will give it to you. You just concentrate on the business logic. Yeah? So fine. Next. And notice I use prefix is equal to C only. Yeah, from now on I'll go with that prefix is equal to C only I'll go. Next, for each. Now these examples are very, very, very important. 4, 5, 6, 7. Concentrate on that. Okay. So this for each tag is used for iterations. First I'll show you simple iteration. Means print from 1 to 100. I will sit and write the logic. Huh? No, see this. For each tag, begin 1, end 100. So what will happen? It will begin with 1. Whatever value is retrieved Okay, that will be stored into this variable. Means when the first iteration completes, what is the value? 1. That will be stored into x. Then you are printing that x. Again iteration will continue. Next value is what? 2. That will be stored into x. You are printing x. Understood? Next it will iterate. Next value is 3. That will be stored into x and will print x. So like that, every iteration the value will be retrieved and stored in the variable x and it will print it. So the iteration will go on. Okay, and it will print. Not only that, see this. Print numbers from 100 to 200, incrementing every print by 5. I want to skip, skipping the print after 5 numbers, skip after 5 numbers and all. Fine. For each tag only, begin from 100, end where? 200. Where is equal to x, step is equal to 5. So for each tag is having many attributes. So only you should know how to use attributes. That's it, C colon out. So both output we'll see. So here directly make the request to which one? Same JSP. I'm going without HTML and all. So that's why you can read me.txt, you'll find it. Make the request to hello.jsp. Brilliant, no? What support, man? Unbelievable. Hardly developer is writing any logic. They are asking you to learn what now? Tag attribute values. Simple. Done? One is what? Printing all the numbers. Other one is printing what? Incrementing by 5. See that? Starting from 100. 100, 105, 110, 115, 120 till 200. Other one from 1 to 100 it will print. How you give the value it will print. That's it. So these examples are very important now. Focus. This one is a very simple one. Now, iteration is very important for us while iterating array list. Now we'll see our practical thing what is required. Yes, here we'll bring the servlet. You know always the rule of MVC is very clear. Request is always accepted by the servlet. Values are retrieved from the database, stored in the values in some list or whatever it is, and then you'll forward it to the JSP. Rule is very clear. Same thing. See this. Click to see all student names. Last class you saw with EL. Now we can do that with JSTL also. See this. Click to all students. Hello servlet. Same thing. We'll collect from database. Here I have hard coded. I'll fill all the values in array list and I'll forward it to JSP. This one. ARL. Done? So first I'll show it scripting. Okay. See this? It's scripting. How much of a headache? If this tag support was not there, you have tried the code like this. Big headache. It will work. You try it out. Understood? So if you want this to execute, just change the value here. That's it. Understood? But I don't want to do scripting. Now we'll see. Simple, man. One tag, one attribute, one value, over. Very clear. For each where. That is ARL is what? This attribute here now. Okay. So the value will be retrieved. That is nothing but means that value I store it in one variable. The name of the variable I am giving str. You can give any name. And I'll print it. Over, no? How simple, see? So one side you have got Java code right like this. Other side you have got simple solutions like this. Okay, so let's see this. Enter.html. These examples are very important. Done? Using what? JSTL. Clear this? So I made the request to HTML. When I click this, it will go to servlet. Servlet. From servlet, it will go to hello.jsp and display it by using for each tag. Now, very interesting things will start. I'll deploy it here only. Yeah, double array list. You know array list inside array list? So those, see those kind of things. So I'll show you the code now. See this. I want to display name and city. Something like this one button is there. When you submit, it will come to servlet. In servlet, two array lists are there. One is containing names and one is containing city. Both the array list I'll put it into what? Into another array list. Understood? So two array list I'll put it into an array list and I'll forward it now to JSP, hello.jsp. In hello.jsp, see the iteration now? So what support you are getting, man? Unimaginable. Imagine when you want to retrieve the elements with Java code, how difficult it is. Here what you are doing? For each, var is equal to ARL. Items is what? ARL details. Means the first value, first object what you get is array list. Okay, that I'll use now for each. Var is equal to ARL. Okay, here I'll use. Now the element, what value I'll get from here? String. Means when you iterate the first outside, you'll get the array list object. When you iterate with the second array list, you'll get the string values. That's it. So here you'll get array list, here you'll get string values. You know how to do iteration with collections. Same concept, but we are doing it with tags. Yeah? So the show names and city. See both double array list. Two array lists are there within one array list. Brilliant. Yes. So means what developer will do is when he is developing an application, he will fill the values in his own idea and bring it to presentation layer. We need all kind of support for doing presentation. Sometimes he'll put it into TO, sometimes he'll put it into list, sometimes in double array list, sometimes in map. So however you bring it, you have to display it now. So that's why there is so rich support for displaying in the UI. Because developers are writing in the back end like that. So for displaying in the front end, they are giving you so much of support. So that is okay. Now the most important, which one? This seventh example. See this. See, you want to see, assuming that there is a database. Okay, this is the most important example. First I show you the requirement I'll give. Okay, imagine. So there is one table in the database. So it will have student ID, it will have name, and it will have email and phone. One not one. Okay. You can have any number of records. Just I'm maintaining 4 records here. A@Gmail, something like that you fill. B@Gmail, whatever value. Gmail or clusterindia.com, anything. D@Gmail. Phone number is 111-222-333-444. My requirement now. I want to collect all these values. All the values. All rows and all columns and display it to the user. Imagine now. Your requirement is that. So when you make the request, so it will come to servlet, obviously you know that. So servlet will connect to database. See, this is how your applications are coded. Remember, practically. Okay. So the request will be accepted by the servlet. The servlet will connect to the database, fetches all the records. All the records are there where now? In result set. Now the values from the result set, what you do? You cannot send the result set to JSP because displaying using result set in JSP is ruled out. Iteration and all that. You should not use persistence API in the JSP. You should not use persistence API, means JDBC code in the JSP. Okay. So what we do, that's why to avoid all that, we collect the values. Because why you should not use persistence API in the JSP, you know? Designer does not know JDBC. Think practically. Designer does not know JDBC. Okay, if you use while rs.next and all, you will not know how to debug only. So we have to give him as what? Simple tag attribute values like this. He will do it. Okay. So that's the reason what we do. We from the result set, we actually transfer the values now. How you will transfer all the values? Yes, now you should be expert. That is your idea now. Every row I'll put it into an TO. That TO I'll put it into collection list. Yes or no? One row means 4 columns. So I'll prepare one TO as what? Student TO. Class. This is a very important example. That's why I'm writing and showing it to you. Practice this. You'll have ID, string, name. Then what? String, email, string, phone. Like that. How many ever values you want to display, retrieve. I'll prepare the TO. So the value from one row will be put into one TO. Okay, that TO will put it into one collection. Any collection you want to put, I'll put it into a list. Again the next row, you put it into TO, that TO will put it into list. Like this, the values from the secondary memory will be brought into what? Primary memory. Never forget this. And this is how it will be done. If this is your servlet, means in your JVM, this is how the code will be there now. This will be your list. And you'll be having TOs. I already explained this to you in what? Collection. So this is one TO, this is okay. So student 1 will be here, STU1, STU2 will be stored here, STU3 will be stored here, STU4. This is the array list. This is the list object. In the first TO, you will be having what value? 101 A, correct? Huh? A at the rate of 1111. Second TO will be having what? Like this. So like this, plenty of values you will retrieve. Remember that. This is your list. And these values, this list, what you will do now? You will put it into any scope and send how many values are moving now, imagine. These many values you have to display in the JSP. How many values? 4 into 4, 16. 16 values are moving in what? One single object. Which one is that? A list. But you are organizing it like this. So it is the developer's sheer brilliance of a decision to decide how you'll store the values in primary memory, whether you put it into TO or collection and all that. Okay, so you'll fill this. So once you fill this only one list you'll forward it to what now? JSP. Now imagine in that list you've got all these values now. Yes? So yeah, this is the servlet now, and in the JSP you have to do the display. So JSP will be finally doing the display now. That is servlet, this is JSP. Now how it has to display? You cannot display it randomly, no? Will you print first ID like this? Is it good to print like this? 101 A at the rate of Gmail, then AA, what is that phone number is 111, then next you'll print 102. How does it look? It will not look good. In a linear way you can't print, or you cannot print it very randomly also. You should display it in such a way that the user should be comfortable now. Yes? So this is how values will come to your JSP now. So how will you do it? Better option is, I'll display it as a table now. Many times you will see, very beautifully they'll display. How they'll display? See like this. In the UI now, this is the display I want. It will be displayed like a table only. SID, name, email, and phone. So it will display now, whatever values are there. 101, 102, 103. Now any user can understand this now. Any user of the application can understand this, yes or no? So this is what? A at the rate of B at the rate of, like this. So imagine, user made the request, he'll submit. Click to show all details. So from the secondary memory, database, we bring it into primary memory. From the primary memory, we display it to the user like this. Web application. This is not a small requirement, terrific requirement. This is only one part of your application. Small part. And for developing this, you know what support you are having now. Yes, on a servlet technology, JSP technology, collections API, JDBC. So if you use these many libraries, your application development becomes easier. So that is how you have to use. Otherwise, if all this support was not there, we have to sit and write the code. So we start depending on libraries. So that is why Java is very popular. Okay. So see, everywhere you have got the support. You have got the collection API, you have got the JDBC API. All that is fine. But one thing where we are needing the support is in the JSP. They are giving you tags. That's what is JSTL. Okay. So here I'll use that same for each tag I'll use, and I'll display. It'll iterate. Because see, why that tag has been provided is, we never know how many student objects will be there. 1 or 2 or 3 or 100, who knows? But that for each tag is very clever. It knows till the end it will iterate. Every element it will get and store it in that variable, no? and it will continue iteration. What a support you are getting. So values from the secondary memory into primary memory, those values into display, web application. Unimaginable what you are thinking now. Yes or no? So that's the concept. So I'll just show you the output now. Clear? Only thing what I will be doing is I will not be connecting to database because my main focus is what? JSTL. I will hard code the TOs and I will fill the values. That's it. Clear? So always understand concept. All examples are proof for the concept. Don't see the example as output. Okay, when you are developing applications, you'll get many scenarios like this. So you have to use this concept into your application. Clear? Shall I clear this? So in the JSP now we'll see what tags you use. HTML is simple. Click to see all student details. Yeah, this is your first HTML, enter.html. It will be like this. You are going to submit it. Once you submit, it will come to what? Servlet only. So next I will go to the servlet. In the servlet, what are you doing? You will fill the values into TO. So I show you the TO also. This is the student TO. It's having what? 4 properties, assuming that there are 4 columns in the database. If you are having more columns also have those many properties. Fine. All the values I am hard coding here. But we will actually get it from database. Student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. Fine. Now 4 students I will put it into list. Imagine. And these values I will be forwarding it to. So I will put it into an URL list of students and I forward it to hello.jsp. Now in hello.jsp, I'll explain you this code. This is the code I have written. First, let us see the output. See how brilliant it is getting displayed. Then I'll explain you that. Because once you see the output, understanding tag becomes easy. Can I deploy it? Show all student details. Now see, click. How neatly it is getting displayed. Yes, means again you can align it in the center of the page and all that. That designer will take care. Understood? But the code now. See, there is a table. Border is equal to 1. If you want to give the border, but this is in the first row. I am having 4 columns: student ID, name, email, and phone. Okay, so what is that output if you want to see here? Student ID, name, email, phone. Understood? So next. So that is that output. Only one row, there are 4 columns. Now see, in the for each what I have done very cleverly, I'll get the values. Here are students. Whatever I get, it's an object of type what? Student. Fine. I'm creating one row here. So every iteration one row will be added and 4 columns will be added, and I will display now STO. This is an object, STO.id, SID, name, email, phone. That's it. How simple display? Yes or no? So that easy now. Hardly you're writing so many, very few things here. Okay. So this is how you'll start getting the display. Are you clear with this? So if you want, you can refer here. How many ever TOs are there? Those many rows will go on getting added. Yeah, that 7th example is very important. Understood? Now for tokens. One second, we'll complete this. Choose when otherwise. Yeah, for each is used for doing iterations on collections and arrays and all that. Now for tokens, it's used for tokenizing. Tokenizing means, I'll tell you, see the output first. It's very simple. For tokens, items is equal to, this is a string value. These values will get dynamically. Okay, means from database you'll get. I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay. but the delimiter I'm specifying is semicolon. Okay, so means this big string, it has to break into tokens now, but what it should use as the delimiter? Semicolon. So every time it breaks, it will store it into this variable called as x, and it will print. Done? See, not only that, I can give any delimiter, I can give comma also. A comma B comma C is there. Again, wherever comma is there, it will break, store it into x, and it will print. Still more powerful. Okay, A, B, C, D. Delim is what now? Hyphen. Wherever hyphen is there, it will create one token. That is okay. But I don't want to print it from the beginning. Begin to step 2. It should start from the second element and go on skipping every element. Like that. Anything means these are all attributes of what now? For tokens. That's it. Understood? So like that, delim is equal to again. Here it will start from the beginning. I have not given any begin for this. Okay, so it will start from the beginning, means A will print, then skip to C will print. Let's analyze. Okay, see, let's take the first one. Here it will print all the values now. Here also it will print what? All the values. But here what it will print? Begin to, means it will start from B. Okay, it will print B. Step 2 means it will print B, D, F, H, J. This is the output of this one. Those two, okay, it will print all. But here what it will print? I have not said begin. So it will print what? A, C, E. I have said E end 5. So it will not continue. Yes or no? I have told what? I didn't say begin, but I definitely told end. End at the 5th element. So where you want to stop, there only you can stop. Okay. So like this. So first see the output. C, E, G, I. Okay, anyway, that I wrote B, D, F, H, I. Just understand. The second one, we'll see it again, but other things we got it right. Okay, let's see the second one, what it is printing, C, E, G, I. Okay, begin to. Okay, I think it will not consider B. It is calculating from 0th index. 0th index, that's it. So 2 starts from 2. Understood. E, C, E, G, I, something it printed. Understood, that's it. Okay, like this you will only understand, not a problem. Clear? But very powerful. Okay, now why this tokenizing is required? Sometimes in the database now, what you will do? You will be having some columns like address column. Means this on table now, employee table. Example I am telling. Why tokenizing is required, you might have an idea. I am giving you an idea. Employee ID, name, address is one more column now in the database. So I will store the value 101 Ravi, address I will write like this 737, comma, Dr. Raj Road, comma, Rajaj Nagar, 6th block, comma, means this the user would have given earlier. When he was typing now, he will be giving it. And we have stored it like this, Bangalore 10. So it is there like this. So I want to display this to the user now. So what I will do? I can break. I can start using tokenizer. Wherever comma is there, I can break it and display it. So this is how we will get dynamically. Just I gave an idea like why tokenizing is required. Sometimes, okay, it depends. One time you will store all the like many things in one column only by using what? This delimiters, comma and all that. And if you want to display, support is there. Means when you are developing a project, you can't say what is that you have developed. Anything can come and you will need the support for it. In a developing project, no. The requirement will be many things, and for all those requirements we need solutions. So that's what is for tokens. Fine. Yeah, the fifth one now, SQL for tokens. Yeah, what are the attributes? Where is an attribute, items is an attribute, begin is an attribute, end is an attribute, step is an attribute, delimbs is an attribute. So you should know how to provide the values to the different attributes. Okay, so the same thing you saw with an example here. How to use all those attributes. Done? Now import. This is same, very simple it is. This is used for including files. You know we can include files. Okay, one file into another file. Now for that already two support you know. Include directive, include standard action. Okay, include directive will include what? Static files. It's better, means it can include dynamic also, but it's preferred to use include static files. Standard action is used for including dynamic files. So both will include files. Difference is one will include the file at compilation time, one will include the file at translation time or run time. This also is used for including only, but this is very powerful, unlike those two. Okay, this will include the file from the same application also. If you want, you can include the file from another application also, running in another server outside. Understood? See this is first HTML. If I want, I can include it. See, import. The attribute is what? URL. Import is the tag, URL is the attribute. I can import it. That means it will be included. As well as I can include other files in other server also. Now clusterindia.com is there in some server. Yes? So I can include that file. Which file? clusterindia.com/index.html also I can include. So first I will run this program. Okay, I'll take the URL. See, I'll open the Chrome browser. For this you better use Chrome browser, it will support. See this, Chrome browser use. So I have made a request for hello.jsp. Okay, this is the content of hello.jsp. See this properly. This is hello, it will print. First.html it is including, fine. Okay, but it is including one more file, see there? clusterindia.com, and let me show you what is there in this. But for this, if you are including file from another application in another server, if it is in internet, your computer should be connected to internet, remember that. So I'll open this. clusterindia.com, this is the site. I'm including this page, what? In my application. Unimaginable, think. Okay, so this is how it will be included, but it will not have this much of clarity. But the thing is, see, at least it will display to one extent. Right place, whatever it is including. Clear? If you want, you can see the video. So you can develop training, announcement, testimonial, everything is there. Clear? So like this, it's very powerful import tag. It can include a file from another application. But remember, you got this and you have got links also. Don't try to click the link. If you click now, see the URL, how it will change? It will look in same computer. You have included only a file. You have not included that application. Understood? You have included only a file. So the URL you should notice. It will try to look for index.html, means whatever the URL in the same computer. Okay. So that is what. This is very powerful. Import tag is used to include HTML or JSP page within other page. SQL and import tag. JSTL tag can include from any location, same application or different application from other server also. Means from same application also you can include. That's what I showed you. Same application, which example? First.html. First.html is in the same application. Also it can include what? From another server also, or from different application in another server. But JSP colon include transaction can include file only from same application. That's the difference. URL, you know, for same application you know how to give it, and this is for a different application in a server. You have to give that this one. Clear? Fine. Now what you have to understand, this is a major difference. What you have to understand now, major difference. Remember this. You can include file using three things. One is percentage at the rate of include directive. Yes, include directive. What is the attribute of this? File. It is self-explanatory. JSP colon, other one is transaction. Yes or no? JSP colon include page is equal to. The other one is, you saw now, C colon import, yes, what? URL is equal. It is self-explanatory, no? Static file, page means dynamic, URL means from any location. The attributes are so clear. Okay, so that's the how you can use it. Got terrific support now. Done? Remember these three URLs. So clear names are given: file, page, and URL. Means that's an easy way to remember. Next we will see redirecting. You know what is redirecting now? Huh? I'll show you a practical thing how redirecting works. First, understand. Practical. Okay, Sun has been taken over by Oracle now. Have you ever tried typing www.sun.com? Practical, you see now. See this. See, I'll type www.sun.com. What is my URL? sun.com. Look, it made a response and it was redirected to Oracle website. This is redirecting. Understood? Because Sun company has been taken over. So now it will come here. Are you clear? So request went to Sun website. Response was given. You are unable to see it. Refresh has happened. Again it has went to Oracle website. Practical I am talking. Same if you want, sometimes you will need. Means what code they will write in the Sun application now? They have to redirect now. That's it. So for that, you have to write the code. So you will write the code now. Means if you want to do it in a JSP, if you want to do redirecting, you have to write what? Response.send redirect. You have to use Java code. Response.send redirect is a method which will do that. You have to give the URL. Redirecting it is. Yeah? So see this. Instead of that, what I'll do? 1.jsp. First I'll show in the same application. I'll use the tag. Don't write Java code. Instead of writing response.send redirect, I'll tell C colon redirect. URL is equal to. That's it. Redirecting will happen. See this now. I'll show you the output. I'll make the request for what? 1.jsp. Remember. But it will display what? 2.jsp. See, second JSP is getting displayed. Means this is 1.jsp. But which one is getting displayed? Second one. Okay. I'll show you outside also. See this. Which one got displayed? Second. Now very interesting. Not only that, I can redirect to anything. I'll take this URI, wait. This URI is there now. I'll redirect it to my application, see, if you want. In 1.jsp, I'll give the value as what? Now see, clusterindia.com. You are redirecting. Open Chrome browser. Sorry. Now what is the URL of our application? This one now. Yes. See this. I'll make the request. Yes, what is the URL? 1 second, I'll close this better. You'll understand very clearly. What is the URL? For my application, in my server. But what it will do? Redirects to 1.jsp, redirected to what? cluster. Did you see how the URL changed? Yes or no? So I'll force you to see my website. Yes? So this is how it works. Are you clear this? So here you're redirected. Here all options will work. Training, placement. See how many placements cluster has provided? List is endless. Page 1, page 2, page 3. See? Means all links will work. But I highlight placement. Understood? Okay. So home, about us. Because you are redirected to the site only. Your import is actually including only on file. But here it is redirected to the site itself. Done now? So like that you can redirect to any site also. And for doing that, see, you should always provide the name of, this is how you do it. Are you clear? Fine, that is redirecting. Shall I close this? So 2.jsp, I'll retain it as, so 1.jsp, this is the URL. Clear? So you can do redirecting in the same application also, or to another page in another application also. That's your wish. Then next, redirect. Redirect is used to redirect the request from one JSP to another JSP within the same application, and also used to redirect the request from one JSP to another JSP or HTML which is available in different application. This is what you'll give. Redirect URL is equal to the same application. This one will be in different application. Okay? Fine. If you want, I'll write it. Same application. This will be what? Different application. Okay. Clear? Write it clearly. Now param. Next, when you are forwarding a request from one JSP to another JSP, you can pass some parameters. It is equivalent to, you know what? JSP colon param. In standard actions you have no JSP colon param. Same thing. So for this I will not give example. You only understand. Next, URL rewriting. If you want to do URL rewriting, you know, when doing session management, you want to send the ID in what? URL. That's also there. Otherwise you have to write code. See, I'll show you. So I'll make a request. What is, first I'll deploy. hello.jsp. Okay. Click here for ABC. Click here for XYZ. For both URL rewriting, see the URL. JSession ID. For XYZ also URL writing will happen. So one, you'll see that. So I made a request for hello.jsp, but look at the code. This is with Java code. This is without Java code. So without Java code, what tag I am using? You have to use a colon href and provide the value to href. So here I am writing expression, but here I am writing what? Href URL value is equal to XYZ. So URL tag is used for doing URL rewriting. If you want to do session management by sending the ID in URL. Done? So how many concepts you know? That much easy it is. That's it. Yeah? I finished this one. Catch tag is used to handle the exceptions in the JSP without try catch blocks. Yeah, that's it. Means here I am before catch, I am inside catch, like this. Okay, I'll show you the output directly. I have written the code in catch block. Means if an exception occurs, it will be caught here only. Understood? How? See, if 10 by 0 exception occurs now, it will be caught here only. You don't worry. And after catching it, it will not print these. See, these two statements will be skipped. Which one? Value of x is, and I am inside catch. It will not print because exception is occurring. Okay, but this will print. I am before catch. I am after catch. Only two will print, but this will not print. So exception will be handled. That's it. Done. But in hello.jsp, if I make it 10 and 2, if I give a good correct value, that time exception will not occur, it will not catch. that time what will happen? And before catch, value of x is, that will also print, this will also print, all in print. That's it. So just you see the output now. Done? All in print. That's it. It's for exception handling, nothing else. Yeah. So these are some of the tags I covered in what? JSTL core tags. Like this, slowly you'll understand how to use SQL tag, core tag, which one? Formatting tags and all that. That's it. Okay. So the last one, this one, cache tag is used to handle the exceptions. Yeah. Oh, redirecting, one second. If you want the diagram, you can take. This is the diagram. Means when the client makes a request, it will go to one JSP, it will give back the response, and then again it will go to another JSP. URL will change automatically and it will give back the response. But you have to give the full path. Okay, see this. Last time I'll show you and we'll complete the class. Redirect now, this one. I'll take this. We have already deployed the application. Okay. I'll do it in Chrome browser. See this? That is the URL. See the URL. It went to my application. Response came back. But again one request got generated and displayed. This is URL rewriting. Clear? That's the diagram for this. It went to my application, gave back the response, but only thing is my application is there in a different server. That's it. Same application or different application. Done. Okay, so here we have covered JSTL. So I think with this JSP completes. Done? Okay, that's it then. Yeah, before we conclude JSTL tags, okay, I've completed everything. You have seen the output, but only one small information I'll give. How these tags are getting executed. That's all. Okay, so that small information I'll give you. This is only for information purpose. Nothing to do. Means we are using a tag. Behind the scene, one tag handler class will be there, no? One tag handler class has to be there. One tag you are using means definitely one class is there behind the scene, which is executing the logic, whatever you used. If, choose, when, otherwise, whatever tags you use, behind the scene there will be a tag which is executing, class, tag handler class which will be executing that. So those two classes are only present in which jar? Standard.jar and JSTL.jar. So JSTL.jar. So I'll extract these two jar files and show you all those tag handler classes. Clear? See, those two jar files are where you know which one? It is being provided by Tomcat people for you. It's there in Apache Tomcat, web apps, examples, webinf, lib. So these are the two jar files. I'll take these two jar files. I'll show you the implementation. See this, and I'll put it into one folder now. Something I'll create one new folder with the name delete. It's already there. Yeah, it's there. 1 second. Delete folder is already here. Okay, see. What I'll do, I'll paste it. That's it. I'll paste those jar files. Okay, I'll extract it. See this. Okay. So first I'll extract some zip, extract to standard, JSTL, extract to JSTL. Fine. I've extracted those two jar files. Now let's open standard. What is there? It's a compressed file. Jar file means always remember it's containing what? Dot class files. It's containing purely dot class files. So see this. This is in standard. I'll open now. What is there? I extracted. It was compressed. I extracted in standard. Now see this. org is a package. org dot apache dot taglibs dot standard dot. See in this package, you actually got all this. What? Okay, I'll just show you. Tag, okay, see, core tags like this. For each for tokens. These are the dot class files. These are the dot class files. So fine. So this is where the dot class files are present. So now we'll be using what now? The tags now. See, these are the tags you have used. Where? Here you have used. For each or for tokens. See, I'll just show you for tokens or whatever. Yeah. hello.jsp. So these are the tags you are using. So behind the scene, those dot class files are getting executed. Okay. If you want, see this. It's there in which one? Yeah, I've extracted. What tag? Common core. See, a catch tag I used. Okay. So you can see the source code also if you want. Open with. If you want, you can decompile it. Kawaj. Okay, it could not. Okay, fine. See this. This is the catch tag, and it is implementing all that logic. See, they are implementing with support, tag support, same thing. Okay, this is how it works. Are you clear? So that's the source code. We should not be worried about all this now. If you want that logic, don't write the tag handler class. It's already there. So just you have to use it. That's why we go on adding what? These jar files into the project. Clear? And mapping, how it works. Now, how does that class gets executed? See there. See, this is, I'll come back now, root. See, I extracted, this is a folder I got. Okay. In standard, see, there is one more folder called as meta-nf. In meta-nf, see, these are the TLD files. Okay, c.tld means it's containing what? Support for core tags. Fn means functions tag. So these are the TLD files. So I'll just open and show you if you want. This only I'm just giving you some idea. See, you have written custom tag. Yes. See there, you can see tag is the name of what? Tag. Choose is the name of the tag. For that, which is a tag handler class. See, for choose tag you use c:choose I use now, which is the tag handler class. This is the one. org.apache.taglibs package it is standard.tag.common.core.choose tag is the class. Body content JSP means you can write some code inside. You know, no body content, empty or JSP you can keep. So this is how you go on. Actually, they have written the code for us. So instead of we writing all this complicated logic, all this is ready-made for us. We just have to use it. Nothing more here. Are you clear? So that's what they are telling. If you want to this tag to be linked, see choose is here. 1 second. Choose tag I have used now. c:choose. If you use this tag, that class will execute now. So if you want that class to execute, compulsory you have to use this URI only. If you use this URI only, what will happen? It will go to the TLD file. Which TLD file? If you use any other, that's how it is mapped. If you use this URI only, it will be mapped to what? Internally. It will be mapped to c.tld. From here, once it is, prefix will help it to identify what? TLD. C is the prefix. Prefix will help, this URI will be generated and it will help the TLD file. Now in the TLD file, what you will find what? Solution for tag. Prefix, suffix. Suffix will be identified in the TLD file. Suffix is nothing but the tag handler class. See this. Suffix. Suffix is what? Okay, we are down. That was catch. Where is choose? If tag, okay, like that it goes on. Somewhere I have shown you, choose where it is. Okay, anyway, what are tags now? One you got if tag, then others you got here. All the tags, see this is how it, for if tag, which is the class? This class. So like that it will be mapped. So it's mandatory you have to use the same URI. So all this, I am giving you idea for what? Just understanding how the things are getting executed. Okay, you don't have to worry too much about this. Everything is abstract for us here. You just use the tag internally, what logic you want, they already written it, it's going to be executed. Okay, likewise you can see code in what? Likewise you can see code in even JSTL.jar also. Okay, in JSTL also you go, these are the classes javax.select.jsp.jstl.core. Here also you got the dot class files. Okay, so these are the dot class files which are getting executed. Always remember, Java supplies you classes in the form of, they'll give only dot class files, but they'll compress it and give it to you. So always jar files contains what? Jar files contain dot class files, means library. So this one information I have given to you, not this one. This is only important from an idea point of view. You don't have to worry too much. So if you use the tag, internally it gets executed. Clear this? Okay, so this is what completes JSTL tags. I just gave you the flow. Prefix you use this, URI will be generated, TLD will be identified. It will go to the jar file now. It's there, your jar file is in the library now, in your application. there it will execute that class and the logic will get executed. That's it.